And as always, there's so many different things you could be talking about, but Facebook. MSPs should be exempt from proposed Edinburgh second home tax, according to report. Now, you can imagine the reactions. Apparently, 372 so far, and of those 372, 208 are angry faces, 139 are laughy faces, including mine, because you could write the script. Absolutely. 17 thumbs up, and, well, you know. And this, think about this, honestly. So MPs should be exempt from paying proposed higher rates of council tax on second homes in Edinburgh, according to the Scottish Parliament's management body. In a report, officers state that the Scottish Parliamentary Corporate Body, there's a terminology, because we live in a business run by corporations, When government and big business are but one and the same, and the biggest business is essentially government, there's an awful lot that historically people should have a look at or re-look at. But has requested MSPs be exempted from second home taxes that could run up to 16k per year. Per year. So if you own a house, but you have the audacity to have the capital to have a second home, you're going to potentially be hit by between 200 and 300%, depending on, because some of these councils have already gone through with this, by the way, and I keep saying, where the hell do these people get these powers? Yeah? I mean, it's gone from, bins been emptied, and, libraries been open, and parks been, clean and tidy, and, looking good, and, things like that. Well, an awful lot more, and by the day, yeah? And of course, as we have this uncontrolled, deliberate, and by design, immigration, and that they're not rocket scientists and engineers. English is by and large predominantly their second language, if that, yeah? And a huge proportion of them go straight on to benefits and have everything given to them. And I mean, I think I saw a vid in the last few days. I think it was from Resisting the Lies. And they're literally a charity going, yeah, don't worry. We're going to get, we're going to make sure that refugees have free bus travel. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with that, because even when it comes to native Scots, right, or just in Scotland, if you're under 22, you get a free bus pass until 22, right? And of course, well, who pays for that ultimately? But, But no, migrants, just give them all free bus passes, on top of housing and priorities on lists left, right and centre. And, it's as these fine cities like Edinburgh and Glasgow turn to shit by the day, yeah, and many other places in Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, blah, 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 yeah. The level of taxation is not by accident. It is by design to bring about Western society. That's it. Societal collapse, followed by, well, we're all global citizens. And the thing is, anybody that's got wealth and options abroad, many of them have, especially in the last few years, taken to those options. Because by the day, it's becoming less of an investment in the UK, even to have a decent house or two, yeah, which historically were assets, of which you could then pass on to, family, loved ones, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I keep saying to people, look, there's going to come a time, and not that far away, whether you own a property or you rent, every room will be itemised. And if it's not maximised in councils and governmental views, you're going to have uninvited guests in your house, and you better bloody get used to it, bigot. Racist. There is no end to where this goes, but they're exempt from this. Think about this. Asset-wise, this is a major benefit to MSPs. And based on what? Because they have to work in another place. That happens to be a thing for many people, but they have to pay full whack. Yes, I absolutely question the legality. Mind you, I've long questioned the legality of council tax. After all, when you look at, certainly in America, especially in the 90s, where that fine gentleman came out with a vid about the comprehensive annual financial report, and it turns out their equivalents of councils over there, many of them were the biggest investors in the stock market. There was a dual set of books, and I would argue it's the same system over here, without a doubt. And the apathy is astounding. Seriously. What do you think all this is going to do to the net worth of any property over time, or even the incentive to get one? But then that's the plan, because remember, property is a primary asset in anybody's life if they're lucky enough to have any. And over time, that's just going to go out the window. There is no end to this communistic shit show. And I'll speak to you soon.